special someone, and you never want to be apart.
Do you guys remember this from the 80s?
Yep.
Nope.
Oh, you don't remember this?
Not yet.
I remember it's Victoria Jackson. I worked with her.
I worked with her a bunch, and she is nutty. She is right-wing crazy.
So why not share the most intimate moment of them all?
I'll tell you all why we're doing this after we
The
see it.
love toilet.
The love toilet, everybody.
Exquisitely designed
Oh,
and crafted
so romantic.
with a flesh assembly and throat roll imported from France.
For your favorite married couple.
I bet there are people that want to do that.
Well, right now, there are a bunch of younger millennials online who are thinking this is real. And they're all saying, who would do this? This is gross. I can't believe it. What? This is crazy. What's
Listen out
crazy?
and pooping at the same time.
I know.
Telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun. Have fun.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Joe's Cavalcade of Marriage. So, I played everybody who didn't see in the world. If you didn't see that first, I just played a piece called The Love Toilet from the 80s on SNL. And I've been seeing people that, how would couples do this? Like these millennials take things so seriously, like they're real. But I think you're right, Donna, people would do that.
I do. I can almost see myself. Not like on purpose, but if I have to go to the bathroom and if the hubby has to go to the bathroom and there's like two toilets, we're both going to the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, anybody out there that wants to tell us, would you go in the comments and tell us if you get a chance, would you use love toilet? And do you, because when I was growing up, we had a friend, lovely girl, her parents, I think were swingers, and their bedroom, the bathroom was right in the middle of the bedroom. The bed could see the toilet and the shower, and the toilet was just in the middle, and a hot tub. They had a hot tub, a toilet, and a shower. So if you got up to go to the bathroom, you just walked over, and in front of the entire room and a glass door to the patio, you just went to the bathroom. I think in the 70s, were we different?
Oh, yeah. Way different. Everybody was crazy wild in the 70s, especially when it came to sexual promiscuity and openness. I mean, yeah, a lot. There's been,
it's coming back around, guys. It's coming back.
It is. I think it has.
Coming.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because right now it's been kind of repressed. Oh, I shouldn't say that. There's been a big gender openness about that, but back in the 70s, it was just like, man, it was nothing but sex.
Now it's sex. It doesn't matter what gender you are.
Right. It just doesn't matter.
Well, but everybody seems so oddly repressed, and everybody is, and these different boundaries, well, and what we do now is anybody who says anything you don't like, they're immediately a pedophile. That's a pedophile. What?
Well, that's only
all I said was that I didn't wash my car on Saturdays.
That's only if you're a Democrat. Okay.
That's true. Or you're Tom Hanks or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Famous.
Yeah.
Famous.
Well, I remember, and we'll do the show in a second. I remember back in the early 80s when I went to college, they used to show porn in the dorms and for money for fundraisers in the early 80s. And then Ronald Reagan got in.
Yeah.
And a year later, they said, anybody shows a porn in the dorm, we are going to prosecute you. And that went away fast and we would all just sit around and laugh. It's not like anybody was sexually doing anything. We would watch Debbie Does Dallas and crack up the whole time. Men, women, all of us.
Yeah, every time you watch a porn with a group of people, it was like watching Rocky Horror Picture Show. You had all sorts of gags and stuff that you
throwing condoms at the screen.
Yes. It was always a comedy experience. Yeah.
I might never have been invited to those parties.
Why not?
Never heard of them even happening.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you weren't invited. They would just sell tickets as a fundraiser for the dorm floor. It'd be like so they could have like other things.
I guess it depends on how liberal the colleges you went to, so
Indiana University.
The more liberal you are, the more demented you are. I
So,
think.
okay. So, well, that's all fine. I just wanted the love. I would not use the love toilet. So anyway, so we have a question that I got on Messenger today from Sarah, and then we're going to take that question first. But after I tell you the question, I'm going to talk about our sponsors first. Okay, here we go. That we just got. Here it is. The question from Sarah. My husband identifies more as a woman about once or twice a month. I'm obviously still sexually attracted to him, but I also identify myself as demi-hetero. Doesn't really matter, but do I change my sexual ID to bi, or do I just stay the same? So think about that for a second while I share my screen and we talk about, because nothing our new people want more that are than to have that question right before I talk about them. So, okay. So I only had a minute, but we have 2 new actual sponsors and I'm very excited about that. So if it shares, it's got to give me the one to share. So everybody, here's what you do. So we've got 2 sponsors. One is Idea Paint. Have you guys know what Idea Paint is? Idea Paint is it says right there, a high performing dry erase paint. So since we have a lot of kids in our audience, parents have kids, you have a lot of walls, they like to draw on the walls. This is the best dry erase paint out there. It's not chalk, it's dry erase.
Love it.
Right?
So they can draw on it and then you just wipe it right off.
That's right. And you can do any wall you want.
Better than chalk. Way better than the chalk.
Way better than chalk. Way better than anything. So if you go to, this is the site, virtualcomedyshow.com. You go, you click. The link isn't very good right now. That little thing that says Idea Paint Inc. I only had 30 minutes. Yeah, right. I've contacted them, said I wanted a better link. So please, God, go there, buy everything they have for $1 million so I can pay for this show. The second one is, I don't know if you know Joy Foley. It's a girls and women's boutique who like the site and they like this show. And they said, yes, please put a thing. And they sell really high-end American-made boutique items for women. They started as a shoe store, and now they sell all sorts of clothing and shoes.
Online?
What?
Is it online? You can shop online?
Yeah, you go to this site, click that, you get 15% off everything you buy, and it's all online. So, Donna, your job in the next week is to go to that site.
I will go. If they want
around.
Certain clothes, like if they want me to wear a certain shirt, because you can't.
Well, I don't know about that yet, but at this point,
or me. I'll wear it. I don't care. Yeah,
go look at it so you can tell us.
I will.
About what it's all about, because again, this all happened an hour ago, so I haven't had a chance to look too much into it. All I know is it's one of the most beautiful sites. They have over 5 million followers. So,
my God. I am a shopper online.
I'll try that my wife and my daughter will both pretty much break our bank with that. Okay, great.
Well, then we will be worth so much money after that. So here, I'll run the banner while we talk. Okay, so let's go back to the question. Do you guys understand the question?
I'm really lagging here
because this person said that their husband identifies as a female a couple of times a month.
Yes, that's a very interesting
werewolf.
Yeah. Yes. When there's a full moon, he goes all woman. No, I think that what she's saying though is just on occasion, a couple times a month, he really feels more feminine. A feminine side comes out.
On a couple times a month.
It seemed very weird that it was just like a certain time a month. I thought that was, and I immediately thought that like a werewolf or something, maybe, I don't know, maybe he has his own cycle. If he has his own cycle.
Like to cross dress a couple times a month, but that's not identifying. That's not, I want to be a woman. That's, getting off from wearing women's clothes. So I don't know if maybe this person is confused.
Can you read the question again?
Okay. So here it is. So she's still sexually attracted. Now, do you guys know what demi-hetero is?
Demisexual, it means that it doesn't matter if you're, I guess, hetero. That's why she had to say hetero. Because demi means it doesn't matter what sex or what a preference a person has. Demi just means that you love them, right? That you have like an emotional.
That you have to have, before you will have sex with somebody.
Yeah.
You have to have a deep emotional connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is someone who likes a deep emotional connection, typically with the opposite sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
typically hetero, but with the husband, if he really is feeling and he says, I'm feeling like a woman, stuff like that, would then she be considered bi at that
Oh,
time?
I get it. So she's wondering if, because he likes to identify as a woman, did he say? Did she say
Yeah.
that?
A couple times a month.
Does she like, okay, does that mean that my sexual preferences change because I love this person? I'm still, I don't know. I'm not much into
identify as bi?
I'm not much into labeling. I think you do whatever makes you happy. And if that makes you happy, fine. You don't have to worry about
Where
it.
do you have to list your sexual preference?
Yeah, where do you have to list that?
Where is that on?
I don't know. That's a question. No.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people like to get in these labels. My daughter has a friend that is like, there's a lot of new ones because people really want to connect something. So she is bi romantic, meaning
Which is almost like
Debbie's
kind of.
don't want to have sex with anybody ever.
Just
But
from
she wants romance, but men or women. She's all about the romance. And I said, because she was worried about telling her mom or telling her dad. And I said, well, realistically, if you're not going to ever have sex with them, it doesn't really matter. But to her, it does. That they understand and accept the fact that she may be dating both, even though she doesn't want to have sex.
I think it's so funny that a lot of people from the younger generations are like that. They're like, well, we don't want you to discriminate, yet we're going to go ahead and very specifically label ourselves that in an unnecessary way so that you to discriminate. Yeah.
Nobody said it wasn't a little different. But my whole thought on this, though, is that when it comes to the concept of marriage,
yes,
when you work all these things out in a marriage, anybody can marry anybody, but really know what you're getting into, no matter what it is.
People change.
People do change. People grow.
Until later, you're like, oh,
Well, and there's
I'm sorry. Yeah. I guess the bottom line on this, seriously, is, if you're Demi and you love him, then you love him. Then that's your answer to your question.
Is it Demi heterosexual or Demi bisexual?
You said Demi hetero, but
now she sent me a thing that said, I am sexually attracted to men after emotional bond, so change Demi to bi. And then she said, and yes, because he IDs as female. He actually.
But does she ID him as, like, is she attracted to him as a female?
That's the whole question. She is saying, she's saying, should she change hers to Demi bi? Because no, she is.
Again,
because I asked her that question. I said, does it matter? Are you sexually attracted? You have emotional bonds with other people, women, obviously, because this is your spouse, you're not cheating on any way, but are you sexually attracted to, are you emotionally connected to women, and are you then sexually attracted to them, even though you would never do anything about it?
Right. That's the thing. Like, if he's identifying as a female and she is identifying him as a female, so now on this day of the month, she sees him as a female and she's attracted as a female to a female, then I would say that.
Have sex. Yeah, and then they have sex. So I would agree with all those. And something Joe said, which is great, is a lot of people and most kids, which is hard for older people to understand, is that gender is fluid. It can change over time. It can, because I have I don't want to say cousins, but relatives who are like, oh no, this person said they're this and this and this. And I said, you know what? They are today.
Right? There's
they're going to grow different, and they're going to try a lot of things, and great. Who cares?
Yeah. I love it. Set one side set one day, wacky Wednesday, and just be who you want to be, You know
what? And if I'm not related to him, at least send me the video. I don't care what it is.
Let's see that for sure.
Let's see. I'm all about it. So, do we answer that question at all? So we
said Demi bisexual.
Demi bi.
Yeah, probably would be right.
Put that on your Vita.
But my answer to it is, why do you have to label yourself anyway? Just be who you are and love who you want to love.
And a question mark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just a question. Well, like Prince. I'm question mark.
Yeah. Unless you're like applying, to join a church. Go ahead. What were you saying?
There not be a question on applying to join a church.
I don't know. I don't.
Did you
do that to join a church?
qualifications to join a church.
What is
I haven't been to a church in a long time.
Okay. So one thing I know she's probably not sexually attractive. Old dudes. That's
Yeah.
what
Confused old dudes.
no one. That's who no one is sexually
That's
attracted to.
that for asking old people this question.
Yes.
A young person would have snap answered it.
That's
we
right.
had to take like 10 minutes to figure out what they're going to say.
Well, we have a lot of old people. The demographic of this show is about 40 to 65. So it's good we're talking about this to let them know. And
Oh my
by the
God.
way,
You just got a great comment, though.
no,
from a
that's
college
Sarah.
student.
Sarah said, living in a college town, you have no idea how many times I'm asked my sexuality, which is true.
Who would ask that? Why are
That's
they
the thing. Everybody, that's the thing that makes me
My
so.
daughter all the time. They're asking. They have meetings
Hello, how are
about
you
it.
with your sexuality?
Yeah.
How are you?
About it. They have discussions. They have talks.
Yeah.
All the time. Okay. All right. So, well, we'll leave that for an easy question for old people. What is the one
the
thing
old people
couples?
that you
Boy, this one's
Okay.
so hard to read. It is just the worst light pencil.
It's probably 8 years old.
What is the one thing couples do to stay sexually active after 14 years together? Change your gender. We talked about that.
Lots of lube.
One thing.
To stay sexually active,
Yeah.
work out.
Together. What?
Work out.
Exercise.
Yeah.
Well, I would think Viagra, but
That's always a good one. 14 years. I'm laughing. I'm chuckling. You keep going. Keep going.
We're all at 30. You know, that's so funny. So
Jeez.
sexually active.
I wish we were as sexually active as we were 14, 15, 16 years ago. So
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be that sexually active. I don't know.
I'd be in the hospital.
Things to do. We got
Maybe a little more than I am, but no. Well, and my wife would totally agree. She told me one day, she goes, "You know what I'm glad about?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, we had sex way too much the first 10 years. Just way. You wanted sex way." And I said, "Well, I didn't. I thought you liked it." She goes, "I did not like it. It was just too much." So,
well, everybody,
it could be too much.
I guess Donna, you probably know better than us old married guys, but I'm sure sex as you get older wanes a little bit, because when you're first dating and when you're first married, it's all the time. And then sure enough, that's how it is. That doesn't mean you don't have to stop altogether. And, but maybe someday you will, who knows? So
no joke. Let me say, I have a little workshop coming up this weekend because it's Valentine's Day and I'm going to want to know what you guys are doing. So this little workshop is coming up for couples. And one of the questions that was already presented was, does sex go away? Like, do you, just kind of stop wanting sex? And I haven't met anybody who is healthy, has a healthy body, and doesn't want sex. Even 85, 90 freaking years old, you're still wanting sex. My mom still talks about it. She's
I know. I have a relative who had Alzheimer's pretty bad, and they actually had to go in a care facility, and it was crazy the amount of sex that was going on in that place. It was nuts. This isn't a joke. This is the truth. And we were like horrified. It's like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, these guys, when everybody gets around, it's crazy. It's just that everybody's nuts. And I'm like, wow. So that's what it takes. Anyway,
ask them, like, what are you guys doing that makes you want sex so much?
They say that nursing homes are like in the top 2 of STDs.
I have heard that.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
So I can't wait to get there.
Yeah. I would say, to answer that question, though, I would say be honest with each other and tell each other what you want. Okay, because that's where I think it could. That's what you need to do, is just make sure that you're constantly letting the other one know, what's good.
That's the one thing
that I would say.
One thing
for the rest of the show.
Yeah. Okay. So let me say this. Back about having sex when you're young. The difference now is, like, whenever I would come home when we were young, is we would get the sex out of the way right now, like within an hour of me getting home. And now, anytime in the next couple of weeks, we're okay. Yeah, it's okay. Just whatever.
We're good.
We won't get it in. Who knows? Okay. So, oh man, I hate this every time I hear it because
So
it
you have to
drives me
read it.
nuts. What?
You have to read it.
I will. Who should spank the child? I make my wife do it. It got loud in here. Did you notice? I make my wife do it. Turn that down. I don't know what happened. I make my wife do it because she is the mean parent.
What
Well,
the
then that's
hell?
probably the
What
way it should
kind
be.
of
Yeah,
parenting is this?
definitely. Definitely always the mean parent.
Make
Should
the
do the
mom the mean
spanking?
parent? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, she's saying mom's the mean parent. So it said, who should spank the child? We could just stop
Okay.
right there.
Nobody.
Nobody spanks the
Nobody
child.
does that.
That's the answer is nobody.
You don't
Nobody.
even train dogs like that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you go to your kid?
Train people like that anymore. That was
Yeah.
back in the old caveman days. We have better training methods now, guys.
Just
do.
like a dog, I've got a pocket full of treats. And anytime she does something good, I go,
Yeah, M&Ms. Here you
yeah.
go. Good job.
Good job, honey. Oh, potty train. Oh, you pooped in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you pooped
don't
on the floor.
really have to go any
Ah,
further
no-
on that one. Yeah, nobody spanks
It's
the
just-
kid. Nobody.
Let's be clear to everybody who's ever listened to this show. Do not put in there that you believe in spanking. It's wrong. That's just it.
Yeah. That's aggressive beating. We don't do things like that. We
No.
don't even train animals like that. That is not how we do it.
We don't even train animals like that.
We don't.
Not
That's
anymore.
what we do. They don't do that because you're just making aggression happen and making like fear-based animals whose brains develop weird. So
Well, and you just, they get more aggressive. And a lot of people say, well, I was spanked and I turned out great. No, you were
didn't.
spanked, and in spite of it, maybe you turned out great.
maybe they survived.
Yeah,
I'll
you survived and you're okay, but it wasn't the spanking that did it. The spanking was the bad part. If they hadn't done that, you could have been a lot better.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I know. I'm going to smack these people.
I know. Spank them. Spank them.
Yeah, adult spanking is what we need. By the way, my brother just threw in that sexuality is not important. That love.
Oh, that's a callback to the last question.
Yeah. You just put that in. Sexuality is not important until you're not getting it.
Yeah, that's always true. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, we're gonna do one more, and then I've got a weird 11 signs that you have a narcissistic wife. 11 signs that your wife is a narcissist. But this one, I'm in love with my cousin. What do I do? I'm in love.
What state you're in, I think.
I'm not sure they read the.
Are they?
What kind of? Are they first cousins?
Yeah, because like too close and genetics kind of get a little weird.
But
Yeah.
can you legally marry your first cousin in this country?
I thought in some states you could.
Alexa, can you marry your first cousin?
What does Alexa say? By the way, I hear
She doesn't know.
She has no idea.
because I hear Alexa and Siri are actually related. So
And they're yeah. And then they go to Google Meet.
yeah, all the time.
Hey Google, I'm
I don't
Danny
know if
Fry and ready to
I'm in
go.
love with it depends. You're right. The thing about that is how close are you genetically? Because if you're like cousin twice removed, or if it's some side of the family and stuff like that, and also if it also is I don't know.
I think my brother and sister-in-law are second cousins.
Didn't Jerry Lee Lewis marry his cousin or something like that?
And she was 13, and he was 30.
And
And
underage cousin. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
that doesn't go over today, does it?
That was back in the day.
Except in like certain parts of Utah, maybe, but no.
Yeah. Although it ruined his career in England. He tried to go to England, and they said, nope, we won't accept that.
Go back.
Yeah, we won't accept that yet. We'll go ahead and make sure that Gary Glitter is popular.
Yes.
Okay,
Well, give them credit. Once they really found out, they got rid of Gary Glitter.
anyway, this is an interesting and creepy question. I think you'd have to go by. I think number one, you'd have to find out if it's legal. Number two, you'd have to find out if anybody in your family would be upset about it, right? Wouldn't you?
No, because like anybody could be upset, but I would find out if there's genetic problems
Yeah.
before
you marry your cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just I don't know where that came from, and that was creepy. Okay, so let's see.
Are you living? Are they living in the same cabin? Go ahead. You're up.
Yeah.
Go.
Are they? What if they're brother and sister? Does that
Yeah,
does that make it better?
now
I
we're
think that makes it better. So, okay, I'm going to share my screen. What are the signs of a narcissistic wife? Everybody, Joe, do you think your wife's a narcissist?
Oh my God.
Say
Let's
no.
see. Okay,
You never tell a narcissist that they're a narcissist.
so the first sign of a narcissistic wife, she will be fiercely competitive.
No, that's every wife. Sorry.
Every wife is fiercely. I don't know. Some wives are.
We might be something about Donna here. Keep going.
Oh, by the way, let's stop for a second and look. Somebody just looked it up. In Arizona, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Utah, Wisconsin, first cousin marriage is allowed under certain circumstances.
What?
Wow. No.
So I'm moving. Oddly, I'm in Kentucky. I think in Kentucky, you can't marry your first cousin, but you can marry your stepbrother, no matter what.
In Kentucky,
and stepdaughter.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
All right.
And your own daughter if you didn't raise them.
Nice.
Man,
all kinds of things there. Okay.
All kinds of things.
In Kentucky,
informational people on this show that look up
yeah,
stuff.
there are. It's good. I really like our viewers now. They really are.
You know, so I want to talk about narcissism because now I understand competitive. Like it depends on what they're competitive about.
Yeah, they're not saying competitive like in a sport or a game because I do get a little competitive.
Yeah.
They're saying the center of attraction, the prettiest. I actually heard of a lady, this is a friend of a friend, talking about someone that wouldn't go someplace if there were girls prettier than her there. She wouldn't.
And that was probably every girl.
I don't know. She was kind of pretty, but
she was kind of pretty.
Let's read into this though. Not just competitive, fiercely competitive, as in I'm going to kick your ass kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I get that way though, guys. Like I can get that way.
Yeah, but not about everything, right?
Not our ass. I'm saying
if I'm playing a sport or something, and it, I kind of get into it a little.
Sports, I understand. My wife is very competitive with pickleball and laser tag.
Right?
She's gotta win. She's all about it. Right. All about it. But we're not walking into a dinner and she's like, well, look at her and she's not prettier than me and don't look at her, competitive with people that she's not even in the running with in any way. Look at that skank over there. I mean, we don't even know these people, but to be competitive when you're actually competing, that's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. She may compete with her daughters.
Right.
Yeah.
Close.
That's a good one.
They do that. As soon as the daughter gets pretty, the mom gets mean.
Yep. Once the daughter gets that body and gets that, and his mom's starting to lose it, mom just takes it out on him. And man, and if it's the stepdaughter and the dad starts sleeping with him, then you're in trouble. So
what about cousins?
Remember, narcissism is pathologically insecure. It's extremely super duper extra double trouble insecure.
Got it.
So
we have one of those on trial right now in DC.
I knew you were going to go there.
So like this one that's coming up, she'll be overly concerned with appearance. Sometimes that's just an insecure person. So you can't use that to say like, oh, they're a narcissist. Because a lot of really insecure people, there's a lot of insecure women out there who are overly concerned with their appearance or a certain body part or whatever that may be.
That reminds me, how do I look?
Yeah.
I look good? I look fine? Okay, good. I'm worried about it.
Good.
So overly concerned with appearance, but I think now my wife is concerned with her appearance and she worries about it and stuff like that. She looks very cute and wonderful. But how does it get to overly concerned?
Like they won't leave the house or let the mailman come unless they're in full makeup gear.
Okay. But sometimes think back in the 50s and 60s where it wasn't about, they didn't care about their appearance. It was that their husband cared so much about their stupid appearance that they felt they had to look this way for him at all times.
Yeah,
okay,
I know. We saw that video where you have to like go to bed with makeup on and wake up with makeup on and all that kind of stuff.
Well, and what's great is, Donna, that you aren't concerned at all with your appearance. I think that's great.
Thank you. I noticed you noticed that.
Yeah. You're beautiful in every way. Yes.
All natural, no filter, no makeup.
No filter, and that's the natural year of your hair.
Totally filtered in makeup.
Yes. You're actually a 72-year-old Italian man. It's great.
Yeah. Really good at the cover-up.
Okay. So she loves materialistic things. Well, a lot of people do.
Sure.
Yeah, I think to the point of where she will neglect other things maybe, but look at this. This is a money thing. So they'll leave you with a leaner bank balance. Yeah, and I don't know if I can use this as a quality.
Well, because you think about women who are gold diggers, who that's why they get a rich guy, because they like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Is that narcissism, or they're just like, I'm sleeping with this old dude, so I deserve as much money as I can get?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it can also be like an obsession. Like it's not necessarily narcissism. It could just be a shopping addiction or something.
Yeah, that one's bad. She is jealous.
This one's bad too.
Yeah, what?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that was a narcissistic wife is jealous of other women's friends' wives, but that's
a lot of women are jealous. A lot of, I mean, my wife's been jealous of me because, look, why wouldn't you be? And so right. She's not a narcissist though. I mean, really, she doesn't fit any of those other things.
This looks like when it says like jealous of everybody, wants to be superior of everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the deal. If you want to be the center of attention all the time and you want people to say, if you want to say, look at me, look at me, look at me, and you're jealous because the attention is being somewhere else. Yeah. Narcissist. Bing.
Yeah, you got a problem.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
It says, do you see her having endless gossip sessions and kitty parties? Do you think they went kitty, or what the hell is a kitty party?
I actually have not even heard that. I heard a hen party.
What the heck is a kitty party?
I bet you're supposed to start with a P.
Pity, but pity's only one T.
That word. I think it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think they meant to say pity, which was way off.
No. Yeah. No, it's supposed to say like a woman's body part that starts with a P.
And they spelled the P word wrong too. I don't know what word that is. So,
what is going on? Okay, next.
He is incredibly defensive.
I take offense to that. Oh, wait a minute.
You know what?
I'm offended.
Only an idiot would put that in there. I can't believe it. How dare they? What?
But this is one of the ways you can tell it actually is, because you can't criticize or give negative feedback to a narcissist at all ever. They will turn it around, attack you with it, deny it from heaven to hell. So they're not going to take it.
It's so weird that we're talking about this because narcissism really hasn't been in the news much in the past.
Yeah, you haven't heard it. In the last 4 years, you haven't heard one thing about anybody who's narcissist. It's crazy. It's finally coming up. I know. So I'm trying to think.
You have to run away from the narcissist.
Always
run away. Well, I keep trying to think if my wife fits into this at all. And my wife, we both get defensive about our work. Like, if I try, because she asked me to, like, when she publishes things and writes stuff, she asked me to read all these things. And I have to, as she does with me, you have to read it and you have to mention your criticisms in a way that don't sound too critical, because you get defensive of your work. Like, and I'm worse when I write something
about it. Yeah, you would. Yeah,
like my comedy, she'll talk, that joke is this, that, or that. And I get really defensive and say, damn it, that was funny. Huh? Yeah. So, but that's different than this.
Well, I think this whole thing is like, I think each one of these things, everybody I know has traits like this. Mm-hmm. My wife has a couple of these traits, but not all of them, and definitely not to a big extent.
To the extreme. That's the idea. We can all have a little bit of it, but anyone who has all these traits to an extreme, major problem. Major problem.
Yeah.
Now, here's the one that just gets me. Loves drama. So many people love so much freaking drama these days on TikTok, on Facebook, everywhere. I can't take it. People are like, and then they love it when people comment and say horrible things, and they love putting them back. I immediately, one of the main things I did, and my wife, she doesn't love drama, but in a way she can get into some drama. I in the beginning said, we can't talk about this. I don't want to go into this because I can't.
I'm wondering if my wife is a narcissist because she does like drama. I mean, some nights we watch comedy, some nights we watch adventure.
Yeah, my wife really loves Gossip
there.
Girl. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of drama, my wife is watching Gossip Girl right now.
Oh, there's a good one. Yeah,
That's it.
That
that's
is drama.
dramatic than that.
And I get uncomfortable. I just like comedy
That's the
myself.
narcissist's favorite show, by the way. Go ahead. Next.
She loves pitting people against one another.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah, no. Well, Joe, see, my wife
people
said
do.
that you were the biggest
Yeah.
jerk in the world and that you called me a jerk, and I'm really kind of sick of it. So
You know what? And it's really weird. It's because we never do that. I never pit people against it. Well, I mean, yeah, the kids, we pit the kids against
yeah,
just
I
because
never pit people against.
Like a dog fight or something. God,
I never pit people against each other because when Donna told me Joe was probably gay,
Wait,
I
you're supposed
think,
to say anything.
oh crap!
what do you mean?
Sorry.
Now,
Probably?
see, you're causing trouble.
Probably.
You're a narcissist.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's true. And the thing about that is, when you're talking about pitting people against each other, that's also a way of saying like throwing people under the bus, because then you're blaming someone else for other problems and you're getting them in trouble with other people, and that's another narcissistic.
But it's like they just like to cause problems. They do
Indeed.
like to cause
Indeed.
problems.
Yes.
Yes. Now here's my favorite. See, she uses her sexuality to her advantage.
Then again,
I only like women. I only like women who use their sexuality to their disadvantage.
Every woman uses her sexuality to her advantage. Every single
Yes.
time we get increased to stuff like that.
yeah.
I just
the
this cracks
dumbest
me
Free
up.
room, free entrance. Like, come on. You got to use your sexuality when you can.
Yeah, you got it. Use it.
That leads me to a story about narcissism. I'm working the Comedy Cabana. I'm featuring, I'm off stage, and I'm standing next to the MC. Guy walks up in the showroom, punches the MC in the face. Knocks him down. I grab this guy and I go and I get him outside, and he's like, "You sexually abused, you attacked my girlfriend, you son of a gun, you attacked my girlfriend." And I had been in the outside before when he was out there, and this girl had come up to him and she was flirting with him. She was like, "Oh yeah, you were really funny. Oh yeah." And of course this idiot's like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Ooh, can I have a kiss?" Like the idiot that he is. And she's like, "Oh, and you can kiss me on the cheek," he said, right? And she went to kiss him on the cheek, and he turned his head and kissed her on the lips.
Yeah.
And she went and told her boyfriend that
Oh,
he grabbed her and stuck his tongue down her throat and that he molested her. So
not.
what is she trying to do?
It was not cool on her part, but not cool on that guy's part to turn his face either.
I know.
No,
I told him
That's
he was
a hack
wrong.
bit. If nothing worse, that's just a hack bit for him to do that. Gosh.
Yeah.
How many-
And
Well,
he
and
should have known it. We know guys do that.
Yeah.
yes, and she was really flirting it up before then. And she ran right. And I told her boyfriend right before, I said, "You need to leave or we're going to get the police. You need to calm down now." I said, "She's going to get you killed because this guy's a chump. She's going to do this to Bob the biker one day.
Yeah.
And he is going to clean your damn clock
Yeah.
because I said, this girl is not good for you and you need to watch out."
Because she was causing trouble.
Yeah. And then I slept with her. Okay.
Yes.
So, no, I didn't. This was before I was married, though. Okay. She has disregard for boundaries. Wait, she has no disregard for boundaries?
She has no disregard. She doesn't care about boundaries.
Yeah. She will go right over that line, you know?
She has no regard for boundaries.
right. Which is the same as disregard.
Yes, right.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
They
what
have a
dis-
sense of ownership towards
And I
everyone.
think everybody knows that's easy to spot because women should stay in the kitchen, right?
And the bedroom.
Wow. It's quiet.
Because that it got quiet. Yeah, did it get quiet on you?
Quiet.
She will give the silent treatment.
Sort of like
so
that.
My wife is a narcissist.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that-
Obviously, not as a
what that
narcissist.
was.
Shut
Yeah,
right
there
up
you go.
last joke.
We have now decided. Matter of fact, I think I'm getting that now, actually.
both-
When you have a fight with your wife, the classic way of getting back is the silent treatment. My daughter does this to me too. I think they get mad. I don't think that's narcissism. I just think that's kind of a woman thing. It's like, I'm just going to not talk to you for a while?
Once again, it depends on like to the extreme, right? Like I can easily give you guys the silent treatment for a certain amount of time, but if it lasts for days and days, that's a bit much.
But yeah, I guess that's right too. I guess it's the extent of the silent treatment. I was always told if you have nothing nice to say about someone, then don't say anything at all. And
you and your wife haven't talked in 5 years.
5 years. Yeah, easy. So,
but okay, my thing is though that my timeline for getting past something is so much shorter than like my wife's. Like
your attention span is so much.
Yes, that's right, because I have the attention span of a warthog. But I'm always like, is she? But what surprises me though is that she is over it a lot faster than I thought. But just because we haven't talked, I feel like she's still maybe brooding, and she's not in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need to jump in before that.
My husband does the best. He hates the silent treatment so much, he will not even let me have it at all. Like as soon as he makes me mad, he turns around and comes right back and is like,
he gets you on the love toilet.
Yeah.
And you guys,
we brought it full circle.
Full circle, the love toilet. You get on there and you're working. Okay. Well, it has been 50 years.
Wait, you guys, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Donna wanted to ask this.
Me and the boys are going to a football game, and that'll be fun. So I think that'll be nice.
Yeah.
You know what my wife wants for Valentine's Day? Me to fix her phone screen. It's been broken, I think, for
that would be very nice.
20 months.
That'd be nice. Do you know, my wife and I have not even talked about it. And I'll tell you why we haven't talked about it. And my wife does not really, she's not a big fan of BS holidays. She understands. I mean, Valentine's Day is just, it's created by the, and this is all on her. This is not.
That's what women say to deal with sour grapes. That's what they say.
But it's not. But it's true. We used to go to the same restaurant every year on Valentine's Day, or at least we'd try and go to a nice restaurant every year on Valentine's Day. And she was always like, it's so much money. They upcharge everything. And I'm like, well, what about roses? She's like, and they upcharge for the roses. She goes, she's always been one that she's been very practical about this stuff. She goes, let's make her.
She's not going to turn down a foot massage, Joe. She's not going to turn down a foot massage.
Foot massage would be good. A neck massage lately, just because she's
mine gets that every night. A foot massage. I get a foot in my lap every night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I get a foot in my crotch every night too, but for a completely different reason. And I can't catch it.
You got a dog in the nose in your crotch too.
Yeah. Hey now.
The problem here is that Valentine's Day is on Sunday, and that's the Lord's Day, so we're not doing anything. I just can't spend any money or do anything, can't lift anything. So,
oh my God,
it's gonna have to wait till next year when it's on Saturday.
Gonna have to
wait. Okay.
The other thing, Donna, is this is the weirdest year ever. My wife and I have been really hard quarantining. We don't go out to eat. We could go get something and bring it back home, but I think we'll probably cook each other. We'll probably get something nice.
Okay, Valentine's Day is not about guys. Not about guys. Not about guys. It's not a we thing. It's Valentine's Day.
Really? It's not? We can't enjoy Valentine's Day?
No, it's not about you on Valentine's Day.
Sounds like a pretty narcissistic holiday.
Okay, Donna, what are you getting for Valentine's Day?
Well, I guilt tripped my son.
What did your husband get you for Valentine's Day?
I guilt tripped my sons into making my husband remember to take me out to dinner.
Out? Where are you going to go?
Dinner. To where are we going? It's called Tres Cazuelas, and it's his favorite restaurant.
Do you have to eat inside? What are you going to do?
Yeah, our restaurant's open.
Yeah, I know, but that's still dangerous.
They still do a lot of like distancing and all, like 25% capacity or something.
Because there's a restaurant in Vegas, because I just saw that Rob, remember we had Rob and Cindy Nelson on, and Rob and Cindy Sherwood on. They went to a restaurant. It's all separate tents.
Yeah, they have a lot of that outside in tents, and everybody has their own little tent. They have that too, but this one's not like that.
Darby and I ate in a bubble on Saturday. We ate in a bubble, an outside bubble, and it was 14 below zero out, and the heater was not giving off much heat. It was very cool. And they charge you $25 extra to be in the bubble.
Wow.
In a cold bubble.
Yeah.
Yes,
in a bubble.
The food was not that hot. So
I ordered shrimp and I got, I ordered soup and I got vichyssoise.
I know. I ordered the hot plate. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. Let's remind ourselves to go to virtualcomedyshow.com and please buy some idea paint. Go to Joyfully. And shop there. There are new things, and Donna's going to tell us what that's about next week, and we're going to do that. Okay. Anything else exciting going on? Anybody else? Anything in the kitchen? Sarah says women should stay in the kitchen, by the way. Okay. Well, that's the end of the show. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you. Bye, Joe. Bye, Donna.
Bye.